It's time for the Daily Stand Up Podcast presented by Agile Dad with your host, Lee Henson. Without any further ado, let's get started. It's Wednesday, and it's time for me to hit up another Stable Framework podcast episode of the Daily Stand Up Podcast. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the two roles in Stable. So, we're going to start with the two roles that are included in Stable are the Master Chief and the Process Owner. The group leader is often referred to as the Master Chief, and the group members comprise one or more process owners. So typically, the development or operations manager becomes the master chief. Everyone else is a process owner. In addition, the team self selects a facilitator to assist with calling team meetings and representing the team when needed. This facilitator should be changed every so often, such as at the beginning of each master cycle. So let's talk for a few minutes about the master chief role. See if we can get that one down. So, the master chief is responsible for making sure the stable framework is set up and followed correctly. They are the servant champions of their teams, responsible for leading their teams into operational excellence. Master Chiefs work on the system. This means they provide environmental support, establishing the stable framework, quality planning, including a process asset library, the three domains, incident register, the performance console, and training for all involved, providing to the team a culture of empowerment, accountability, and sustained continual improvement, coordinating the whole set of value streams and their associated processes that collectively we call a system. This is done through facilitating the system schedule and the work queues in the system backlog, establishing a customer feedback and supplier feedback channel. The Master Chief does not necessarily need to collect feedback metrics directly, but must put in place a feedback mechanism via marketing or help desk surveys or some other means. They also do individual and team support, enabling the individual success of each product owner. This includes establishing the intent, boundaries, and constraints for each process, empowering the process owners, and coaching each process owner to continually improve the performance of his or her repeatable processes called katas, prioritizing the work objectives for the team of process owners in the cycle planning meeting and at the start of each day in the morning Kaizen stand up meeting as needed, presenting suggestions from the suggestion box to the group each morning, creating a supplier services SLAM chart for reporting on the performance of shared supplier services into the system. They also do individual and team accountability, verifying process accountability, quality assurance at the end of each process value stream, collecting and storing kata cards, metric and training information, and historical logs, ensuring all team members and their areas are properly trained on the process katas and all of the stable framework. They also are the corporate liaison, providing information to the group about market conditions, CCAPA Kappa updates as needed, and other relevant corporate news every morning. They also create a cumulative system performance chart and being sure to have process owners updated at the end of every master cycle. This chart is used for quarterly reporting purposes. So that incorporates the master chief. So now let's compare the master chief to the process owner. So let's talk about the process owner. So a stable environment requires one or more process owners. Each process owner is responsible for the results of each process they own. They work in the system, which includes customer mastery, ensuring that the current service levels represent their customers' current expectations, ensuring the process results, quality control, meet the current service levels, ensuring frequent and insightful communication exists between the customers and the process owner to be certain of a number one and number two, which is the first two that I mentioned. And a byproduct of this is high customer satisfaction ratings. I think that's awesome. Number four, establishing a healthy, positive emotional relationship with their customers and suppliers. A byproduct of this is a high net promoter score, a high NPS. The process owner is also responsible for supplier mastery, ensuring inputs meet expected quality levels, incoming quality assessments, working with suppliers, indicating process and customer needs to improve the material and information based on process inputs. A byproduct of this is improvements to process efficiency and effectiveness. And then, of course, the big one for the process owner is process mastery, ensuring the processes or katas are executed according to each standard operating procedure and corresponding kata card. This is done by receiving the completed kata cards from the upstream process checkpoints and handing them off, along with a newly completed kata card, to the downstream checkpoint or to a master chief at when the end of the value stream is reached. They go straight to recovery models to recover systems and assets as quickly as possible and minimize downtime. They ask coworkers for help when needed. Brief ad hoc Kaizen teams comprised of volunteers are extremely effective in overcoming sudden technical challenges. They stand those up quickly. Ensuring the standard operating procedures, kata cards, templates, and recovery models remain updated and represent the best known ways to perform and apply recovery steps to the process. Ensuring newly discovered issues and recovery techniques are added to the kata card templates or process or asset recovery models as new problems and root causes are encountered. Adding incidents requiring repeated steps and avoided incidents detected by the kata cards to the incident register. Updating service level attainment monitoring or SLAM charts each day. Updating kata cards and process descriptions as needed. If a team member is stumped with a technical challenge, they're encouraged to stop and ask for help. An ad hoc team called a Kaizen team can be voluntarily formed to assist. Kaizen teams should be comprised of volunteers. Companies that adopt Kaizen practices have learned the volunteer aspect of the Kaizen team is critical. They have learned that volunteers seem to generate the best ideas. Kaizen improvement efforts can be performed on several levels. They can be triggered at the daily stand up when a team member needs help, as described, or they are called Kaizen blitzes. They can also be triggered in the cycle retrospective meeting when either the entire group identifies an item to improve or one or more team members voluntarily identify an item in their work environment to improve. These are called Kaizen projects, and they're usually small in size. So I hope that that does it for you. I hope this gives you a high level overview. Stable is pretty awesome because Stable sits right on top of Scrum. It sits right on top of Agile, and it allows you to look at things just with a little bit deeper view. I know that for many organizations, they're struggling with what I call the bookend framework. What do we do in order to make sure we have good communications and that we have legal and compliance and regulatory and all those things ready for us to press forward with work? What do we do at the end to make sure that we properly get this information to our end consumers and make sure we're delivering high quality value each and every sprint? What I can tell you is that Stable is designed to help organizations really bridge the gap between the just typical agile things that they're doing, the lean things that they can stand up quickly to solve problems or to take care of issues, and of course, the giant focus on operational excellence to help everyone in the organization not make the same mistakes twice and feed the hidden factory. I hope you're enjoying this preview of Stable. If you want to learn more about Stable, reach out to us at learnmore@agiledad.com. We'd love to hear from you. And until next time, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Do take care.